The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had.
And he was like, man, more people need to talk about how generous Katt Williams.
The entertainment world has been buzzing lately, and if you thought things couldn't get any juicier, think again. The ongoing feud between two of comedy's biggest names, Steve Harvey and Katt Williams, has taken a turn that no one saw coming. Imagine this. Steve Harvey, the king of clean-cut comedy, and Katt Williams, the wild card of stand-up, are now at each other's throats in a showdown that's quickly becoming the most talked about drama of the year. And guess what? It's not just the two of them anymore. The ever-controversial rapper Boosie Badazz has thrown himself into the mix, defending his close friend Katt with the kind of fiery loyalty that only Boosie could deliver. So what's really going on here? Let's dive into the drama that's been setting social media on fire.
I can't win over there because I don't play. I don't participate. Like, you can't buy me, not because I'm not for sale. You can't buy me because I'm not in the store.
It all started when Katt Williams, never one to hold his tongue, decided to drop a bombshell during his appearance on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast earlier this year. Katt didn't just spill the tea. He dumped the whole pot over Steve Harvey's head. Among the many accusations he hurled, the one that really stuck was the claim that Steve Harvey had stolen jokes and ideas from fellow comedians, most notably Mark Curry. Now, if you know anything about the comedy world, you'll understand that stealing jokes is the ultimate sin. It's like breaking the unspoken code of honor among comedians, and Katt was not going to let it slide.
They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that?
Katt's claims were bold and biting. He accused Steve of watching Mark Curry's sitcom Hanging with Mr. Cooper and then shamelessly lifting the concept for his own show, The Steve Harvey Show. According to Katt, the similarities between the two shows weren't just coincidental. They were downright theft. He painted Steve as a man with no originality, a comedian who had to rely on the hard work and creativity of others to get ahead. And Katt didn't stop there. He went on to ridicule Steve's acting skills, or rather, the lack thereof, saying, "You couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asked for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good and looks like Mr. Potato Head." Ouch.
And then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man unit.
For a while, it seemed like Steve Harvey was going to take the high road. He didn't respond immediately, which left everyone wondering if he was just going to let Katt's comments slide. But Steve isn't exactly known for keeping quiet when he feels disrespected, so it was only a matter of time before he fired back. And when he did, he didn't hold back. During an event in Atlanta, Steve addressed the feud in a way that was part humorous, part threatening. He laughed as he said, "I want to say Katt Williams ain't," but then quickly added, "I can't say it on the radio because I don't use my platform to bring anybody down. But when I'm live, I'll destroy your." It was a direct challenge to Katt, and everyone knew it. But Steve didn't stop there. In what seemed like a calculated move to assert his dominance, Steve hinted that he was more than willing to take the feud to the next level, physically. He joked about his fighting skills, saying that while his hands might be slow, he could still knock your short ass out if it came to that. It was the kind of bravado you might expect from a man who spent decades at the top of the entertainment industry, but it also revealed just how much Katt's words had gotten under his skin. As if the situation wasn't heated enough, Boosie Badazz entered the fray and things got even more explosive. Boosie, who has never been one to shy away from controversy, took to social media to defend his friend Katt Williams.
He ran up with a rubber band and a towel. "Huh, Boosie?" And ran from the thing, ran back in the arena.
In an emotional post, Boosie recounted how Katt had helped him out of a tough spot after he got out of prison, gifting him $15,000 when he needed it the most. "Whenever I see him, I'm gonna return the favor, bro," Boosie said, his voice cracking with emotion. "That dude did something for me, brother. I get emotional talking about it." It was a side of Boosie that many hadn't seen before, a softer, more vulnerable side, and it only served to intensify the public's interest in this unfolding drama.
He got in touch with my people and said, "I want give Boosie a couple tickets to come to my show at the arena tonight."
Boosie didn't just stop at praising Katt's generosity, though. He went on to issue a stern warning to Steve Harvey, making it clear that he wouldn't stand by and let anyone disrespect his friend. Boosie's message was simple: don't mess with Katt or you'll have to deal with me. And if there's one thing everyone knows about Boosie, it's that he means what he says. The rapper has a reputation for being fiercely loyal to those he cares about, and his words added a whole new layer of tension to the already volatile situation. Meanwhile, the internet was ablaze with reactions. Fans were quick to take sides, and the comment sections on social media platforms became battlegrounds where supporters of both Steve and Katt went head-to-head. One user summed up the general sentiment perfectly. Why Steve wait until months after Katt called him out to talk this mess? Steve ain't going to do anything. He's all talk. Another chimed in, Harvey has never been fun. He looks like a hater he can't even keep a woman. These comments reflected a growing frustration with Steve, who, despite his success, was starting to look like the bad guy in this feud.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
But why exactly are people so invested in this feud? It's more than just a clash of personalities. For many, it's a symbolic battle between two very different approaches to comedy and fame. Steve Harvey represents the old guard, the polished, family-friendly comedian who's made a career out of being likable and inoffensive. Katt Williams, on the other hand, is the ultimate rebel, a comedian who isn't afraid to speak his mind, no matter the consequences. To see these two worlds collide is to witness a broader cultural clash, one that speaks to the evolving landscape of entertainment where authenticity often trumps polished professionalism.
What I want is, I want the Katt Williams that you see in the movie, I want that to be the same dude you see at the gas station. That's what I was.
As the feud continues to escalate, it's worth considering what's at stake for both Steve and Katt. For Steve, this battle could tarnish his reputation as the elder statesman of comedy, a title he's worked hard to earn over the years. If he's perceived as being too aggressive or out of touch, it could alienate a significant portion of his fan base. On the other hand, Katt stands to gain from this feud in a way that Steve does not. For Katt, who has always thrived on controversy, this conflict is just another chapter in his long history of battles with Hollywood's elite. It keeps him relevant, and in the world of entertainment, relevance is everything. Moreover, this feud has brought to light some deeper issues within the comedy community, issues of originality, respect, and the unwritten rules that govern the industry. Katt's accusations of joke theft aren't just about Steve Harvey. They're about the larger problem of established comedians allegedly taking ideas from those who are less powerful. It's a problem that has long been whispered about in comedy circles, but rarely discussed so openly. Katt's willingness to call out Steve has forced a conversation that many would prefer to avoid, and that's part of what makes this feud so compelling.
And people get caught up in the illusion of Hollywood. People really get caught up in this.
Then there's the issue of legacy. Steve Harvey has spent decades building his brand, and for the most part, he's succeeded in crafting an image that's both respected and beloved. But Katt's accusations threaten to undermine that legacy by painting Steve as a man who's taken shortcuts to get to the top. If enough people start to believe Katt's version of events, it could have a lasting impact on how Steve is remembered in the years to come. For someone who's been as successful as Steve, that's no small thing.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything.
As for Katt, this feud could either cement his status as comedy's ultimate truth teller, or it could backfire, making him look like a bitter, aging comedian who's lashing out because he feels left behind. It's a risky move, but one that's consistent with Katt's no-holds-barred approach to life and comedy. He's never been afraid to speak his mind, even if it costs him, and in this situation, is no different. Whether or not he'll come out on top remains to be seen, but one thing is certain, Katt Williams is not going down without a fight.
Well, but the truth is, in 20 years, I never been on a commercial audition in my life. Like, I never let my tour get sponsored when I was broke.
And let's not forget Boosie. By aligning himself so publicly with Katt, he's also taking a risk. Boosie's reputation is already controversial, and by stepping into this feud, he's potentially putting himself in the crosshairs of Steve Harvey's fans. But Boosie seems unfazed by the prospect. For him, this is about loyalty and standing up for a friend, and that's something he takes very seriously. In a way, Boosie's involvement adds a whole new dimension to the feud, making it not just a battle between two comedians, but a broader clash of cultures and values.
That's why when you hear these dudes talking about, oh, I didn't want to be a movie star, you just know it's disingenuous. Like, what are you talking about, dude?
As the drama unfolds, fans and observers alike are left wondering what's next. Will Steve and Katt actually come to blows, as Steve hinted? Will Boosie's involvement escalate the situation even further? And what will the long-term consequences be for everyone involved? These are the questions that are keeping people glued to their screens, eagerly awaiting the next development in this ongoing saga. In the end, this feud is about more than just two men trading insults. It's about power, respect, and the shifting dynamics of the entertainment industry. It's about who gets to be on top and what it takes to stay there. And as long as Steve Harvey and Katt Williams continue to go at it, the world will be watching, waiting to see who comes out on top. So grab your popcorn because this drama is far from over. And as always, stay tuned for more updates because you never know what these two might do next.
But when African Americans make it and they get to the top, they try to help other people, but they don't really take care of the...
So what do you think? Is Katt Williams right to call out Steve Harvey, or is Steve justified in defending his reputation? And what about Boosie? Was it smart for him to get involved, or is he just adding fuel to the fire? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep it real and keep it funny.